Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Michigan Time. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Micah.
Starting off strong with sports on Thursday, Philadelphia 76ers star Ben Simmons was traded to the Brooklyn Nets. I personally think he would have been a better fit in the Clone Army, the only place where he'd be a better shooter than those around him.
Another NFL season is in the books, and the Los Angeles Rams are Super Bowl champions. Rams QB Matthew Stafford wins the big game in his first season after leaving the Lions, proving once again that anything is possible if you can get out of Detroit.
Middle-aged rapper Eminem kneeled to show support for Colin Kaepernick during his performance at the Super Bowl halftime show. One NFL fan was noticeably angered by this, saying, quote, "People don't have any respect anymore. Stand for Dr. Dre, goddammit," end quote.
Continuing in the NFL, Green Bay Packers QB Aaron Rodgers is this year's NFL regular season MVP, despite 44-year-old Michigan grad Tom Brady leading the league in every statistical category during his final season. When asked for comment, Rodgers said, quote, "You can't just blindly trust these statisticians. You really have to do your own research. You got to look at the data yourself. I'm proud of the NFL for not being sheep," end quote. You can hear more from Aaron Rodgers on the Joe Rogan Experience this Wednesday.
I, for one, can't wait. Moving into student news. Undergraduate students are left in panic after old Ironside's fake IDs have all stopped scanning this week. If it's any consolation, though, no one really thought you were 25 and from Mississippi anyway.
In a desperate attempt to reduce overcrowding, M36 Coffee roasters on South U announced this weekend that they will be upping the amount of shitty music they play. When asked to comment, one barista responded, quote, "On average, we listen to Heat Waves 6 or 7 times a day, and management wants that up to around 15, end quote. Okay, it's just me, or do I like that music?
Breaking news. There has been a coup on the second floor of the Ugly. Greek life students have taken the librarians hostage and turned the long tables toward the back and into their newest hangout spot. It's like the lunchroom of high school all over again. I hate the bathroom. One anonymous student shared with us that they were unaware of the coup and tried to sit down with the popular crowd to study for their upcoming midterm, but were quickly turned away because they were unable to name 3 brothers.
Ross School of Business recently revealed that no student has ever in the history of Ross received a grade below an A- because it's bad for the economy. Other students of LSA, SMTD, engineering, and stamps have banded together to call it as it is, the Ross Grades Inflate Gate. Tom Brady chimed in and said, quote, "I actually did the opposite of that, and instead of grades, it was my balls," end quote.
Speaking of Ross students, former President Donald Trump has been accused of illegally tearing up documents while in office, some of which staffers were forced to tape and paste back together. I guess we finally found what, quote, "going into consulting" means.
Oh, that's why everyone's going to Chicago. They got a lot of paper. In other news, a Pennsylvania man fired from his insurance salesman job for participating in the January 6th riots tried to argue for a more lenient sentence by claiming that he already suffered enough and has to work as a delivery pizza man. Now, I could make a pizza joke here, but I think that would be insensitive. A man's life is at stake, and that joke would be cheesy anyways.
Students and the elderly are in outrage due to the growing difficulty of Wordle. Cynic, ironically, was the word on Valentine's Day, while a word literally nobody has used in years, CAULK, was the word for February 16th. In other completely unrelated news, the Michigan male student population is perplexed by a strange phenomenon that occurred on February 16th. Almost all of their exes invited them over after not reaching out for weeks. Peculiar, right?
You know, I've never beaten a Wordle before. Anyways, Kanye West made sure that his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, and her new boyfriend, Pete Davidson, had the worst Valentine's Day ever, following a series of Instagram posts and even a new song in which Kanye said he would have 100 goons pull up to SNL. You can hear the new track on Kanye's upcoming album, Modern Day OJ.
In other Valentine's news, class attendance has dropped significantly this week after several students learned their lecture crush was indeed in a relationship with, most unfortunately, another attractive significant other. Discussion section attendance remains steady, though, as students find consolation in the fact that their GSIs are still single.
And my professor's still married, damn it.
Well, that's all for tonight, folks.
Thanks for tuning in to Michigan Time. Have a great evening, and be sure to clock in next week. Clock in, I meant to clock in.